Hi, and welcome to the show. In today's show, we are going to talk about 3 reasons why to upgrade your crossbow. So we're going to talk about that here. So with that said, let's get started with today's show. Hi, and welcome to Utah Crossbow Hunter, where today is Crossbow Forum Thursday. All right. So I hope wherever you're at, you're staying warm. No, staying cool. Yeah. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluid, like I am, and staying cool. Because here in southern Utah, it has been massively hot. Okay? It's been hot. And I've seen where other places have been massively hot, humid. I've seen some rain in other places. So wherever you're at, hope you're staying cool, keeping and being safe. So make sure you drink plenty of fluid if you're out there shooting. Okay. So, with that said, 3 reasons why to upgrade my crossbow. There's a lot of reasons. Probably more than I can think of. And if you got a reason for upgrading your crossbow, let me know down in the comments. I greatly appreciate when you do that. And also down in the comments, leave me what we're going to talk about. Leave me what you think you want to do for a new crossbow, scope, or arrows, or whatever. Let me know. So, how about we get started? The new market of crossbows. Oh my goodness. And I'm not even touching the tip of the iceberg yet. Because there are so many crossbows out there. Lower end, middle end, and high end. I mean, there's a lot. So basically, do the research on what you want to do for a new crossbow. Okay? I can give you all sorts of suggestions, but am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. That's up to you. So let's hop on over here to my other screen and let's talk crossbows. So again, I'm not sponsored by anybody here, so I just picked randomly some crossbows. So here we got Centerpoint. Centerpoint has some great crossbows. They got anything from 400, 430, 405. 405, 430. You got the compound, the Hornet recurve. Well, that's a pistol, and so many. So the thing you got to think about with crossbows, you got the pull kind, and you got the crank kind. So there's 2 types. You got the crank ones that just crank up. Like let's see, with this one here, with a silent crank, it goes on the back of the crossbow. It's a removable one. You got, let me go over here, like this one here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about here, with the silent crank. So you got those. You got ones that make all sorts of clackety clack noises with the crossbows. So do you want to go from a middle end to find one that has a crank? Because you got to think about it. When you're in a tree stand, you don't make a shot, you're using the cocking rope. You got to do 2 things. One, hopefully you're strong enough to hold up that rope as you pull the trigger to let it down, or you have to carry your bag with you when you get back to your vehicle. You got to shoot into a bag, or shoot into the ground, or have a decocking bolt, or should I say arrow. You have one of those. So got the different varieties there. So you got to think about that kind of stuff. So let's go to another one here. So we got Killer Instinct. They have some great bows in the 400 feet second area. They got a lot of those. And then 10 point, he has the high end with the crank here, with the high end scopes. And then these decock. They have some that go down here. Let's see here. You have the ones like the AccuDraw here. Some of them crank, some of them don't. And they come in different speeds. Let's see. And they got a lot. Again, they got some new ones out here. They got the Viper 430, the Flatline 360. And by the way, the Flatline 360 is a 16-inch arrow. So they got different ones all the way from 505 down to, let's see, I don't know what this actually. Oh, that's 380 feet, 400 feet, 370, 390. 410s. They got a lot of different types of crossbows. Some with the pull rope cranker, and some with the AccuDraw system, and some with the AccuSlide system. Like you guys know, I got the Vapor 4 RS 470 reverse draw, so I can crank it and decrank it. That is nice. Okay. So what's next? Oh, wrong one. New and heavier arrows. This is a can of worms. Yeah. A big can of worms. So there's the arrows that come with your crossbow are matched to your crossbow. When it says up to 400 feet per second, that's the arrow that they're using. It's usually a lighter arrow. And there's nothing wrong with the lighter arrow. Don't take me wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the lighter arrow. Okay? But the can of worms here is the FOC. Especially with higher end crossbows that are shooting, say, over 450 feet per second. Okay? So, if you're using depending on the scope you're using, is it shooting high? Is it shooting low? So, again, that's a big can of worms. I'm not going to get into that right now. That's not what this video is about. None whatsoever. But we are going to talk about the different places you can get heavier arrows. So let's hop over here. So we got straight shooter custom arrows. They have, several types of arrows here. Woody custom finished arrows, the zombie slayers, the executioners, the heartbreakers, the switchblade, another switchblade. Okay, so let's go over here to the shop. And here's where you can order your custom arrows. Okay. And the best thing to do is do your research on your arrows. So let's see, let's do this one here. Since I got 10 point, we'll use 10 points. So we got the pred. So you want to select your nocks, your inserts, your weight matching, your setback, your fletching. What it means is from the tip of your arrow down to where the fletching starts. Fletching orientation. So let's just, okay, knock. Where I'm using the HP knock. Okay. But again, they have knocks for pretty much almost everything. The fire knocks, plastic half moons, plastic flat yellows, usually for because Excalibur uses the flat. And a lot of them use the half moon, and then the 10 point uses the HP knock. So, all right, so we'll do that. The insert, I want 140 grain. But you can see they got a lot of different weights. They're from 92 to 140. Okay, weight matching. Plus or minus 1 grain. Plus or minus 25 grain. Setback, how far you want it down. 1/8 seems to be a good spot. Fletching orientation, straight, 1.5 or 2 degree offset, right hand offset. Fletching vein options, what kind of veins do you want? You know, put in your color of the veins that you want, your color of the cock and the color of the hind veins. Optional points, so they're talking about the field tips. No tips, 100 grain, 125 or 150. So that's what they're looking for there. And you can order your arrows from them just like that. Okay, so they custom make your arrows for you. And then there's Wavering Creations. Let's see, let's go to arrows. We'll go finished arrows for now. But so they got different types of arrows for Excalibur, 10-point mission, the Black Eagle Executioner, the 10-point stuff they got here. Yeah, more, and then Ravens. And there's just a new one I just found out about. A.J. Custom Arrows. One place I can find them right now is on Facebook. Again, I'll put all the links in the description below for you, so you can get them all. But I've heard a lot about these people. They're pretty good. They have lots of different arrows. So you got your options of arrows. There's so many options of arrows. I think more than crossbows. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of different types of arrows. Okay, new scopes on the market. Yeah, there is a ton of new scopes, and I'm only going to touch on a couple of them here. That's all I'm going to do. So let's hop on over here again. So we got the ATN sights. They got the new 5 series out. These ones here. There is no rangefinder on these, and this one doesn't work on the Series 5. Only on the 4. That's it. Okay. What can you say? That's the way they did it, and it is kind of nice the way they got it set up, though. Let's go back over there. With, you know, because they got it here right here for you, and so it's not adjustable. Look, it appears to me, and they still got the X-Sight 4. Now, as you guys know, I've had some issues with my arrows shooting high, and that's nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with the scope. Okay, again, I'm not going to get into the arrow issue. I'm working on it. That's all I can tell you. I am working on the arrow issue. Okay. And again, I'm going to stop doing that, and we'll go back over here to the sights. So there's a new one here. I've heard negative and positive reviews on this Omega sight. They got the Omega Sight 2 and the Omega Sight 3. The 3 has been out for a couple of years now, and I think the 2's been out maybe 4 or 5 years. And again, I've heard multiple different positives and a lot of, it's the same thing with negatives. A lot of negatives, a lot of positives. So, and it also can be used on your rifle if you want. But it's primarily, supposedly, set up for a crossbow. Okay? Now, the X-Sight 4 and the Omega sight records. The next one does not. It's the Oracle X by Burris. And again, I've heard a lot of more great things about this and the ease of setup. So, but again, these are, this one here I think is going for $890 or something like that. This one, the Omega sight's going for around 700. And then this one here, as you see, the 5 starts at 795. And then the X-Lite 4 comes in at 699. So kind of pricey on them, but you're paying the price for a good scope. Okay, it's just like, you know, if you bought let me get this one here, this Vortex scope, the Crossbow 2 or the Crossbow kit one, 2x7 by 32, whatever. I don't remember. My memory goes every so often. So, and yeah, I do have my Tacticam set up on this one. But so you got different stuff here. And it's going to be up to you, of course, what you want. But what I recommend you, though, is do your research. Your own research, what you want. And that's what I do. Before I buy anything, I look at the negatives, I look at the cons, the pros, the reviews. I read the reviews. When I read reviews, I read not all of them. If there's a ton of reviews, I'll read about half. If they got a little bit of reviews, I'll read the whole thing. Then I'll go over to YouTube and watch videos on those. Okay. Some have more reviews on YouTube, some have less. For an example, the Omega site. Not that many reviews. Not that many on how'd you set it up correctly. Not that many. So, a lot of videos on ATN, a lot of videos on the Burris X site, the Burris Oracle X site. So, a lot of different stuff. Okay? And I also know you got to get permission. I know about permission. I had to ask my wife if I could get this new crossbow. But she gave me a honey-do list. Yeah. So, I know how that is. You may have to ask. Honey, may I? So, it goes for men and women, both ways. I know some women like to outdo their husbands. Yeah, I know about that. So, and nothing derogatory or anything like that. I just know how it is, and I apologize if I offend anybody. So, there's just some reasons why. Just a few, and the reason I'm doing this video now instead of earlier or later is I'm waiting on a couple of items, and it's hot outside. It's like, no, I think it's like in the 90s right now, and it's almost noon at the time of this recording. So, yeah. But again, if you're outside, remember, hydrate. Remember that. And I've been watching the news here and there about all the people who don't go out and hydrate and go do something really, well, you know what I mean. All right. So, with that said, I hope you guys got something out of this. Leave me a comment on what you think is the best crossbow for you, arrows or scope. Let me know in the comments below. And also remember, hit that subscribe button. Hit that all notification bell right next to it. When you guys know it, especially since I got a surprise coming out for you guys, so you want to know when that one's coming out. Hit that share button. Hit and leave me a comment, and by all means, leave me a thumbs up. Okay? Again, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate you guys taking your time out of the day to watch my videos. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And if you get a chance, go back and watch some other videos. I really appreciate it. Especially the ones I run up here, wherever that is. Okay? And remember, these videos are dedicated to my son. And thank you for watching. Until next time. Keep your crossbows going.